Hello, Alycats indie viewers. Baby, you sound so good to me. Yeah, I had to burst out a song. I have a song stuck in my head. But it's monthly favorites. I know it's a little bit before the end of January, but you know, there's a ton of stuff. And I don't want to bombard you completely, which you are going to be bombarded with what I think are awesome things, but you might not, but that's totally fine. But I'm just going to dive right into it. I'm just going to start off with CDs that I love this month. The first one was a Christmas gift from my friend Dale. His YouTube channel is Nintendo 2009. Go check it out. He does like pickup videos and collection videos, and he's just a really sweet guy, so give him some love. But he sent me Katy Perry's Prism, and it's such a great CD. This is the deluxe edition, which comes with 3 extra songs, I believe. And it's just really good. It's a more mature take on Katy's music. I mean, there's still some fun, you know, dance songs, but it's a really good CD. And I'm so glad Dale sent it to me. Thank you so much. I've been wanting it for so long. And the second one is Lord's Pure Heroine. Amazing CD. She is extremely talented. I hope she wins at least 1 Grammy because she's been nominated for several, but all the songs in here are great. But actually one of her songs is going to be in the playlist in the description box. So those are the 2 CDs I really enjoy. If you like pop music, definitely check out both of these. Or if you like alternative, Lord is pretty good alternative indie-wise as well. Now moving on to books. Just had to throw those on the floor. But the first one's The Mortal Instrument, City of Bones, which as you can see I'm not finished with it, but so far it's really good. I enjoyed the movie, so I picked up the book, and there are some similarities between the movie and the book, but there's some differences too, and it's really well written for a YA novel, so I'm really enjoying it so far. And another one that I haven't finished yet, but there's a reason why I haven't finished it, is Staying Strong 365 Days a Year by Demi Lovato. Now, Demi Lovato is one of my role models because obviously she went through anxiety and depression, cutting, eating disorders, which I've gone through as well. And basically this book is just, you know, it has a quote. You read 1 page a day. Like, let's just go to today's page, which today is the 21st. The 21st? I can't remember if today's the 21st or I'm bad with my dates, but today says, "Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow, it empties today of its strength," by Corrie ten Boom. And then she goes on to say, "I think sometimes people believe that worrying is some kind of productive purpose. Worry sucks all of your energy and joy out of whatever it is you're doing. It's human nature to worry, but when we do it constantly, we run into more problems. It may give you something to do, but you don't get anywhere." And then she gives you a goal. "The next time you're worrying about something, try to remember that you aren't always in control. Instead, do practical things like make a budget or create a schedule. Be proactive and let go of the stress. After all, it won't change a thing." So I've just been reading this every day, and it's just really helpful. It gives you a goal, like I said, and an inspirational quote. And it's just really good if you have anxiety and depression or anything like that, or just if you're stressed out to read it. It's just really inspiring. I definitely recommend it for anyone, you know, with the same problems I have, or, you know, just if you're stressed out. And moving on to movies, which I adore movies. I've watched several, but the first one I have to recommend is Grave of the Fireflies, which I believe Lurking Crass Zero, he's one of my Alycats, recommended this to me. I could have gotten my user wrong, so I'm sorry if I did, but it's such a good movie. It was made by Bandai, which is Namco Bandai now, but it came out in the 80s, and it's an anime movie, and it looks reminiscent like of a Hayao Miyazaki movie, but it's so depressing, but it's really good. It's basically about this brother and sister who have to survive after their city has been bombed. They live in Japan, and the whole movie is just incredibly depressing and sad, but it's so beautiful, and it's really high-tech for the era it was in. And I mean, if you like, you know, animated films, like Japanese animated films, and you're a Miyazaki fan, definitely check out Grave of the Fireflies, because it's a beautiful movie. It's just really depressing, so unless you are depressed, don't watch it if you're depressed already, but if you want a beautiful movie experience, definitely check out Grave of the Fireflies. The next movie I watched was Fruitvale Station, which Fruitvale Station is about the life of Oscar Grant III. This is based on a true story. He was killed in the Fruitvale train station in Oakland, California, and the movie is just chronicling his last day of his life, and it's just so poignant. I mean, it shows everyday things like him going to the grocery store or the gas station, but it also shows him being a loving father, you know, trying to be a loving boyfriend, and showing how much he loves his mother, and it breaks your heart to realize that this actually happened, and they actually show actual footage from the real event, which makes it even more heartbreaking. So, and Michael B. Jordan, the star of the film, was phenomenal as Oscar, and it's just a great movie. Next up, I watched Prisoners, which is super long. It's over 2.5 hours, but it's such a gripping, compelling movie that it flies by. It has Hugh Jackman, Terrence Howard, Jake Gyllenhaal, Maria Bello, Viola Davis, Paul Dano, and Melissa Leo, and it's about Hugh Jackman and Terrence Howard's 2 daughters being kidnapped. So Hugh Jackman's character basically takes the law into his own hands because he believes the police aren't doing their job, and it's brutal. There's so many brutal torture scenes in this movie. It'll make you cringe. I mean, it's brutal. Like, several times during the movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, about what Hugh Jackman's character did to Paul Dano's character, who he thinks stole the girls, which I did figure out who stole it halfway through, but that's kind of normal for me. Now we're moving on to my favorite part of the monthly favorites, which is the video games, which I have to get them out the floor right now real quick. I know, I'm so professional. But first off, we're just starting with 3DS games. The first one is Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. So many of my friends recommended this to me. Jurassic, Miss Ragnarok, I can't even think of all of them. There are so many steps to death, and it's so fun. I mean, it's very, very relaxing. You can play it for a few minutes or a few hours, and it's got music from Final Fantasy to Final Fantasy 13. Over 70 tracks. You can buy more songs, but I don't think I'm going to buy more. And you can also unlock more songs, more characters. And you make a party of 4 characters, and you can choose from all the Final Fantasy games. And you basically just play through all the songs through these games, and there's 3 different types of rhythm challenges, and you just tap your stylus to the screen to the beat. Either hold it, tap it, or swipe your stylus. And I mean, it's just relaxing, and it's really fun, it's gorgeous, it's really addictive. So even if you're not a Final Fantasy fan, this is just a good game because it's got great music, and it's just so soothing and relaxing. Next up, this is a Christmas gift from my friend Chris, and this game is my favorite 3DS game so far, and it's Fire Emblem Awakening. I haven't finished it yet, but I really, really love it, and it's a very easy, accessible to get into strategy RPG, which, I mean, it's not easy, but I meant accessibility-wise is easy. But you basically create your own character, which is awesome. There's a lot of customization options. My character has hot pink hair, and you can pick your class and all that. But the story is, basically you're trying to save the country from, the Plesian forces and all these different forces that are trying to take over the Elysian continent, which, yeah, I'm like, Elysian. And then Crom is one of the main characters. His sister's name is Lissa, and my name's Alyssa, so it's kind of like, there's so much Lissas going on in this game. That's why I love it so much. No. But it's really great, and the story is phenomenal. The 3D effects in this game are incredible. The story, I think I just said the story was phenomenal. And, I mean, you can have the permadeath option turned on, which would add a lot of tension, but I'm playing on weenie mode, which is normal with casual turn on, so if a character dies on the battlefield, they just come back. I'll probably play through with permadeath on the second playthrough, but right now I just wanted to enjoy the story. I don't want to be forced to be, strategically thinking about what I have to do. I just want to enjoy the story. The next playthrough, I'll do it with permadeath on. But I definitely recommend this to anyone that enjoys strategy games or RPGs. I mean, or just anyone with the 3DS needs to own this. It's so easy to get into. It does escalate in difficulty as you go on, but I mean, it's so accessible. It's such a great game. Pick it up. Do yourself a favor. Pick it up. You'll love it. Trust me. Next up, the only PS4 game I have to show, because the PS4 has such a scant library, but this is such an awesome game, which this is also available on basically every other console, But it's Lego Marvel Superheroes, my first Lego game. I know, a bunch of you are saying, why haven't you played a Lego game before? Well, because I just haven't. But I'm a huge Marvel fan, and this is really fun. I haven't finished it because I've been bouncing back and forth between games. But Lego Marvel Superheroes, you're just, like, it throws you together with two different heroes for each chapter. So far I've been playing as Iron Man and Hulk, Captain America and Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. So that tells you how far I've gotten in the game. But it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous game on the PS4 especially. But you get to visit iconic locations. You go to Times Square, I know you go to Asgard, which I'm so looking forward to because I'm a huge Thor fan. Haven't gotten there yet. But it's just, you go to Oscorp, and there's just over 100 characters you can unlock, and, you know, it's funny. And you can save Stan Lee in each chapter, and it's just so good. So if you haven't played a Lego game, or if you're a Marvel fan, or whatever, just pick it up and play it because it's really good. And if you have a PS4 or Xbox One, since there's not a whole lot of games out, I definitely recommend picking this up. Just because it's fun, and, you know, you'll add it to your library. Moving on to the PS3 games. This one was a gift from my friend Rich. I know there's a ton of gifts in this one. But he wanted me to play this, and it's Metro Last Light. This game is phenomenal. It's one of the best shooters I've ever played. And it's very tense, no multiplayer. It's just a single player game. Just like Metro 2033 before, Alyssa stopped getting so excited. But it's just really good, and it's so beautiful. I mean, the graphics are just gorgeous on this. And the tale continues from the bad ending of the Metro 2033 game, so if you got the good ending, doesn't matter because you're starting off with the bad ending. And this game is just so tense, and it's supposed to be survival horror, but it really didn't scare me. But a lot of people do get scared by this game, so I'm not the best judge of character with that. But it's just so tense. Even on normal difficulty, it's pretty hard because your ammo's limited, your health is limited, and if you go out on the surface, you have to wear a mask and change your air filters, southern accent, or you'll die from radiation. And there's just so many unique things about this game. Like, you can see your character reloading the gun every time he has to reload ammo, and you see the mutants up close, and they're so disgusting, but it's just such wonderful graphical quality, and it's just such an underrated gem. Pick it up. It's Tales of Xillia! And if I'd played this last year, it would have made my best of 2013 list, just because I love it so much. Took about 30 hours to complete, but it was worth every single hour, every single minute. It's just wonderful. I mean, this is only my second Tales game I've played after Vesperia, but it's phenomenal. In Tales of Xillia, you can pick between Mila Maxwell or Jude Mathis to play as. I picked Mila, of course. And all the characters in the game are phenomenal. The story's great. I love the customization options. I made Rowan look stupid. I gave him a drippy nose, elf ears, and bushy eyebrows. Yeah, I laughed every time a cutscene came on. But I love the story. I mean, the music's fantastic too. Everything about the Tales series is great. I can't wait to play Grace's F, Abyss, and Symphonia Chronicles. I just love it so much. And I can't wait for the second one of this to come out. Oh my gosh. But I love this so much. It's such a beautiful game. I love the Lilium Orbit expansion system. I loved all the characters. I loved how you could go to all these different side quests. And, you know, I love the humorous storyline. I mean, it was serious, but I mean, there was humorous parts too. And I just loved all the twists and turns. The boss battles are actually harder in this game than they are in Tales of Vesperia. A lot of people say this is easier, but I found it actually a little bit more challenging than Vesperia. It's not as long, because Vesperia took me about 50 hours to complete. This took me 30, but it's still really good. And plus, after you finish this, you get a new Game Plus mode, and you can play as the other character you didn't pick, and there's different cutscenes. The story deviates a little bit, so I'll definitely have to go back and play as Jude. But if you have a PS3, you like JRPGs, or you like the Tales series and you haven't gotten Tales of Xillia yet, do it. Do it. Join the Tales cult. Do it. Okay. Moving on from my little demonic obsession with Tales. Never mind. Moving on to Xbox 360 stuff anyway. I am a Christian, by the way. Just to let you know. I'm shutting up. Lost Odyssey, I love it. Okay, my friend Charlie, this is one of her favorite games, Jurassic. I call her Charlie, but it's Jurassic, so if I say Charlie, I'm talking about Jurassic. Lost Odyssey is one of her favorite games. It's one of the only JRPGs on Xbox 360. It was created by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who created the original Final Fantasy, and the soundtrack is by Nobuo Uematsu. And it's just a phenomenal game. I didn't think I would like it because it is a very traditional turn-based game. I don't usually like turn-based games, but I love this game. The story is great. The 1,000 Years of Dream sequences are just phenomenal. It does have very lengthy cutscenes, very lengthy dream sequences, but I love a great story, so I don't really mind. The graphics are beautiful. Mr. Walker Studios did a great job. I can't wait to play Blue Dragon after this, just because this is so good. But I've heard Blue Dragon's not as good. But I love the characters. And, of course, your main character, Kaim, suffers from amnesia. I know, JRPG trope. But it's a really good story. And I'm only on disc 1, but it's phenomenal. I love it so much. Thank you for recommending this to me, Charlie, and for everyone, all my other Alycats who love this game as well, for giving it high recommendations, high praise. Thank you so much. And lastly, for the games, nope, not lastly, because I forgot one. But lastly, on the console game, boxed console games, there we go. Alice Madness Returns. This was a Christmas gift from Dale, Nintendo 2009, and I like it so far. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a good game. There's a lot of platforming, but the visuals are gorgeous. The story hasn't really revealed itself so far yet, but it's pretty good. I love, love, love the character design. The voice acting's phenomenal. And, I mean, a lot of critics gave this game just horrid reviews, but it's not as bad as the critics say, okay? It's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best game out there, but it's pretty good. It's really fun. It's really entertaining. So if you like dark, twisted games with platforming elements, definitely pick up Alice Madness Returns. And plus, if you buy it new, it comes with American McGee's Alice, the first game, for free to download. So definitely 2 games for the price of 1 if you get it new. That's such a good deal. YouTubers this month. Most of these have become friends of mine, which I'm super excited about because they're awesome people. There's 5. So if I didn't include you in this month's favorites, don't worry. Favorites? Don't worry, because you'll probably end up in next month's or another month. So don't worry. But first off, it's FemTrooper. She's incredible. She makes great videos. She does like reviews, collections, you know, just different kinds of videos. She's such a sweet woman. Oh my gosh. She's lovely. And she loves Earthbound and the Mother series, and she's got this awesome Ness figure and the actual Earthbound box behind her in every video, and I'm so jealous. And I'm so jealous, girl. I'm so jealous. But she's really inspired me, and she's given me some ideas on videos to do, and she's just so sweet. Like I said before, she makes great videos, so go check out FemTrooper. Next up, and I'll have links in the description box for these channels down below underneath the playlist, and also I'll put a little annotation for FemTrooper above my head somewhere. Next up is Dustin Kreis. He's over here and in the description box down below, but Dustin's awesome as well. He has this amazing collection of games, and I'm jealous. I'm jealous of all these people. But Dustin's such a cool guy. He's obsessed with Star Trek and Doctor Who, which Star Trek buddies for life, Dustin. I'm a Trekkie too. Live long and prosper. But he does reviews, he does monthly pickups, favorites, collection updates, and, well, he doesn't really do reviews. They're more like impressions, but he's just really, really talented. And he's a part of the Another Gaming podcast. So he's pretty awesome, and I was actually surprised when he subscribed to my channel because I'm just some little nobody, and he's this really talented guy. So I'm definitely in awe of Dustin, and if you haven't watched his channel yet, do it, because if you're a video game lover, you will love his channel. And if you like Doctor Who and Star Trek, check it out as well, because he loves those. Do it. Over here, or down the description box down below. Next up, Ultimate Floyd 1. Over here. He deserves way more subs than he has. But he does... they all do phenomenal videos. I have to stop saying that. but he does like reviews, lists, just awesome. He's an awesome guy. He's really friendly, and I watch every one of his videos because they're just so much fun to watch. He's very, very dedicated to gaming, and you know, he's just an awesome guy, like I said, and you will love him if you go watch his videos. I mean, he's so well informed, well knowledged. He likes a lot of niche games, or games maybe you don't really hear about a lot. He'll mention those, and that's what I loved about his channel. That's why I reached out to him, because he was mentioning a lot of games that most people, you know, were ignoring. Like they aren't mainstream titles, so people are ignoring them. But that's why I liked his channel so much, and I love just how friendly he is and how charismatic he is about gaming. So over here, Ultimate Floyd 1. And down here somewhere, Shintai Reviews. Shintai Reviews is he does great reviews. Like, I love his reviews. I've watched a ton of them, and they've helped inform me with my buying decisions a lot. They're really they're really informative. They're really well made, well produced, well edited. And he doesn't give scores, but he does show gameplay, and he gives his true opinions on them, and it's really helpful to watch his videos, because a lot of, you know, critics, if it's not like Call of Duty or something, they'll give it a pretty terrible score. But he gives, you know, the niche titles a chance, and he might not like them. He might like, or he might love them. But it does help to hear from, you know, another just person that's not being paid to review games, to actually hear their opinion. So Shintai Reviews down here. And finally, down here somewhere is Miss Ragnarok. She's awesome. She doesn't do videos a lot. She doesn't put videos out a lot, but the videos she does put out are so well made, so well produced, so well edited. She's such a sweet girl. So glad I got to know you, girl, because you are awesome. But she mostly does like her top 20 or 10 or 15 games of each year, and I know she's super busy though, so that's why there's not a whole lot of videos out, but the ones she does have are just amazing quality. So definitely check out Miss Ragnarok's channel. She's adorable. I want to give you a hug, girl. You're so adorable. So that's it for this month's favorites. Yeah, it was long, I know. They always are long. So if you want to know my favorite songs of this month, playlist is in the description down below, and you can find all the aforementioned YouTubers' links down below the playlist. And remember to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because Alycats are awesome people, and I try to make epic videos of epic geekiness. Comment down below. I messed up a lot, trust me. Let me know down below what your favorites for the month of January were, either in a comment or video response, and favorites your friends and family can see, and feel free to share me on the interwebs, and to like my Facebook page or friend me on Twitter or whatever. Do whatever you want, as long as it's nice. And I love each and every one of you so much. Peace and kisses. Bye.